equation is pretty simple for the Yaks with 9 wickets in hand. Just a fraction over a run of ball. And for the first time this season, we'll see the national team captain, Rohit Powell, come in for a ball with his off breaks. Supremely talented batter and fielder, and a more than handy part-time off spinner. He'll try to get Mark Watt back in the hutch. Dawood, it's so fantastic to have you with us, and thank you for taking time on your day off to come in and experience this Super Saturday. Nepal have qualified for a third T20 World Cup this year. Stuart Law, a man you know well, I believe, there is the head coach. What does cricket here in Nepal need to do to go to that next level?
Well, I guess it's all about developing and finding what you can do. I think one of the biggest mistakes you can make as any player or any nation is to put limitations on yourself. It's always trying to push yourself, push the limits. Nepal have done that exceptionally well over the last little while. They beat West Indies recently, which was fantastic for them and for the nation. No bowling.
He refuses to release it because, again, Basisto's gone to the switch. That was a first ever win over all-member nation for Nepal. Definitely something that they've been wanting to achieve. They didn't just win a match, they actually won the series, and they outplayed the West Indies there in Sharjah. Just a look at the field. The man is going to come out at deep backward point to cover that reverse sweep. He's forced to work it into the leg side. Wants to, but Watt says no. I know England have a bit of a mixed record against associates, aren't they? Have you been impressed by the improvement in the associate game in recent years?
100%. And leagues like this is what helps. You know, being able to rub shoulders with the best players in the world, being able to play under pressure consistently, being an overseas is what helps. You know, that is a different pressure from being as an overseas player to playing as a local player for your own team.
Oh, this one goes many a mile. Mark Watts. Well, who was I to say he shouldn't be up the order? He's a blow away now from moving up towards 50. He's done it with such ease. This is just a languid skip down the track, a flick of the wrists, and a mighty 6.
Yeah, to be able to run down and sweep and reverse sweep, absolutely fantastic. And the no look as well. There's a bit of Martin Guptill about him there, which is absolutely fantastic. But it's tournaments like this where someone like a Mark Watt can get the opportunity to bat up the order. I know you said he averaged 5 against Nepal earlier. I'd take averaging 5 at the moment, I've got to be honest. But the way he's come out here and he's shown like he's actually been doing this for years, and it's fantastic for his development as well to be able to do this.
Yeah, I tell you something, I think he's a player who is under-scouted and underused in many franchise leagues. I know you've played all over the world, you've been #1 ranked in this format, in the batting stakes. In terms of local talent, has there been individual players who've stood out for you? I know a lot of talk about Tapendra Singh, the quality of his fielding, for example.
Yeah, there's been a few batters that have come out and played some unbelievable shots. You know, I played against both these teams that are out here at the moment. They've both been players that have been really intelligent with the way they go about knocking the singles. They always seem to take the right options. I guess the challenge will be once the scores start getting a little bit higher, have they got the power to be able to do that? And that will be the next progression for them. But, you know, the spinners seem exceptionally good. We've had a few mystery spinners in the teams that I've played against, which is, they always seem to be off spinners who bowl to left-handed batters, which is quite surprising. You never see a left-arm mystery spinner. But yeah, look, I think there's encouraging signs for Nepal. Their fielding is unbelievable. They're the quickest I've ever seen people around the field, and if I do get in, I'm dreading running with them as well.
I don't know if you saw Tapendra Singh somersault last night as well. Really, I'm not sure Jimmy Neesham was best pleased.
I don't think any batter would be best pleased. You just got out and you're getting a somersault down in front of your face. But look, and I guess that shows the passion of it and how much it means to players to be able to get someone like a Jimmy Neesham out, who's been you know, a wonderful servant for New Zealand for a number of years now.
How important is it that the kind of, I suppose, the feedback is good? Because all of you players, you all talk to each other, you all kind of go on the circuits, and someone like Neesham's been a big advocate for this league now.
Yeah, and it was actually from Jimmy Neesham that I heard about this league. Funny enough, I was in Bangladesh with him last year, and we was talking about his winter plans, and he said he decided to come here over the Abu Dhabi T10, and this sort of same situation happened with me, where I was sitting down working out my winter, and this came up on the table, and because I'd had so much good feedback, I'd spoken to Ravi Bapara about it, who'd been here and been successful. He sort of gave me the feedback, and when you get good feedback from players, that's what you listen to the most. You can talk to agents, you can talk to broadcasters, but when you get players that say to you, this is fantastic, that's what you want to do.
Spot on the money. 8 bowled, 86 for 1. Wakey, wakey, young man. It's time for the Festival of the Himalayas. Come on, come back to life. Give him a nudge. Well, at least his dad's got the Dhaka topi on, looking magnificent. The only man who could sleep through the action. How's he sleeping through this crowd noise? Because Mark Watt goes to 50 in some style. 29 deliveries. I think he will feel as though he owed his team a performance after a difficult first game. Thrown up the order to open the batting, and my, how he has responded.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic innings from Watt. He's played all around the ground. He's taken the initiative. He's taken the pressure of Basito, and he's come and allowed him to just knock the ball around and play his reverse sweeps. He's found boundary options at the right time, which is really key in the chase. He seems to be taking the pressure off him, and hopefully he can continue another 10-15 runs from here, and they're right in the driver's seat.
Well, it's a brilliant shot. And look out, mascot's up there. Jeet. Don't get yourself in trouble, or Snow Leopard. Well, he's growing in confidence. That's gone all the way.
He's looked like he's enjoyed that as well. That's a hell of a shot. Over extra cover off a short ball on a really slow wicket. So Mark Watt really finding the rhythm here. My gosh, that is a fantastic shot.
His best ever in the Tartan of Scotland was 60 in a one-day international. Played 159 times across the two formats. Look at that strike rate. It's his best ever in any T20 appearance of any kind. 31 not out prior to today. He's taking a real liking to Gulbadi Naib here. Give us a sense, Dawood, I suppose it's the experience off the field as well. Have you got into Kathmandu? What's Nepali culture like?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Our owner's been fantastic. He's been able to take us out every night. He always takes us to a different restaurant, shows us different areas of Nepal and Kathmandu, which has been great for us. The worst thing you can do is sitting in a hotel when you come to a new country, and they've been fantastic in giving us different experiences.
Have you tried the Momo yet?
I have not. What is the Momo?
Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah. Cut away. And that's also going to race towards the rope. Okay, Dawood, I don't know what plans you have this evening. You've got to cancel them. You've got to come with me up to Durbar Marg, and you've got to try the chicken kote momo, national dish. It's as good as it gets.
Steamed dumpling. I'll be on to that. I'll be with you.
One of Dawood's great friends of his, a former colleague of his at Middlesex, one of my best pals in life, Paul Sterling, his favourite food in the world, that momo, that's from when he was here in 2018.
Gosh, he's had a few of those in his life, hasn't he?
See Paul Sterling, I reckon, in years to come here back in Nepal. I know Ireland playing Bangladesh at the moment. What about your captain? You tested him, Kushal Malik?
Yeah, he's been brilliant. Very quiet guy. Doesn't say a lot, but when he does speak, he seems to speak a lot of sense. Very, very passionate about the game. Really wants to win. Really wants to do everything he can to put the team in the best position. And you see that with the bat, and when he bowls the difficult overs. Always sends himself in when the team's behind. So he's been a breath of fresh air as well.
Just punched back down the ground. They're doing it so handily, these two. The partnership has been building and building, worth 64 now, and the hundreds come up. It's 102 for one. Dawood, this has always been the spiritual home of cricket in Nepal, but I'm just going to see if I can find you a photo on my tablet in front of me. This is the same ground just 12 months ago. Look at the development. How have they done it, and how good are those floodlights out there?
Yeah, it's been brilliant to see all the feedback that I've had from the players that were here last year was that it was absolute carnage. It was 20,000 people climbing up the trees to get a view of the cricket. So what they've done in 12 months to be able to put all the seats in, to be able to get everything in place, and to put new floodlights in, which we played on the second game I played under, were absolutely fantastic. I actually feel like they could probably pop them up a little bit more as well with the lights, because they were extremely bright when they turned them on later.
3,400 looks is what comes down the ground, and he says, I don't need to look at that. It's a no-look maximum. It's a no-look monster. Right now, it's Mark Watt's day on Super Saturday.
and he just keeps on going. And I love the intent from Mark Watt. Very easy when you need 60 or 48 balls, or 48 or 60 balls, you end up knocking it around, but he's taking the positive options, and he's taken a real light to the spinners today.
And that could well be the Siddhartha Bank 6 of the match. Straight as anything. Outstanding batting, and with the ball being lost, I think we're going to take this chance to have a drinks break. More from Dawid Malan on the backside of this. It's 109 for 1. Well, it's party time. I absolutely love these expert education strategic timeouts because the DJ starts spinning the tunes. I've got Dawid Malan alongside me in the commentary box, one of the stars of the Chitwan Rhinos. His first time here in beautiful Nepal. It's known, famed for its Himalayas and the views and the people. It's such a special place.
It is, and everyone is so friendly and so kind. You're almost taken aback by how kind people are. You actually want someone to be...
Tries to go again. I think he's got it again. And I promise you right now, Mark Watt is not done yet. He's thinking of 3 figures.
He is, and the bowlers keep bowling the same ball to him here. I'd quite like to see them take all the pace off and bowl a little bit wider and see if they can get him to run past one here. But at the moment, if you're keen to keep dishing it up with someone that's playing well, he's going to keep hitting you out the ground, and he's very thankful for the same ball.
Goes again, gets it again. Oh, what the wonderful. The Scotsman is simply flying. We're seeing one of the great innings in Nepal Premier League history here. The 100, it's well and truly on.
It is, and I'm pretty sure Mark Watt's going to be on the phone to his Scotland coach asking him to get up the order in the next one. But this is fantastic batting. He is hitting it both sides of the ground. He's running down, he's sweeping, he's reverse sweeping, and the ball striking is just phenomenal. It doesn't look like he's mishit one all day.
Saturday the 22nd of November, the birth of Mark Watt, the all-rounder, striking at 232. Dawid, I want to keep asking you questions about your time here. I can't, because Mark Watt's hitting it to every corner of Kirtapur.
I'd much rather be watching Mark Watt whack it.
Tries to go again, long on in place. JJ Smith puts it down! He did all the hard work, he got there, and to be honest, by his standards, he maybe should have taken it, but he might have done himself a nuisance as well. They breathed them tough down in Namibia, got both hands to it. It went in and out, Watts into the 80s.
He did all the hard work there to get to it, and unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. And it looks like he's just banged his head into the floor there. Let's have a look here a little bit closer. He's hit that quite flat, and oh, he's smacked his head into the floor. Hopefully he's all right. I'm sure there'll be a concussion protocol here to see if he's all right. But that looked a really, really, really hard hit to his head onto the floor.
And of course, we do have the concussion substitutes in play, and rightly so. I would suggest, given the scenario of the match, I'd suggest he might not want to, but they might just be best placed getting JJ Smith off. Lovely spirit of cricket on show here. Mark Watt has walked 50-60 yards to just come and check on his fellow associate cricketer. Most importantly, I hope his teeth are okay, because you never like to see a player injured. Has the extra protection there. I think he's okay, let's hope.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay, but gosh, he looked like he did all the hard work to get there. And just at the last minute, his arms get caught underneath him and he just bangs his head in the ground. Yeah, it's not a good look, but as you said, they breathe him tough down in Namibia, and he's up now, and hopefully he can continue and play a part for his team.
Now, the good news is that Dawood Malan, I'm hoping, is not just going to be our only guest through the series, but can I twist your arm? Would you stay with us for the second game and maybe do another stint?
I'd love to. Absolutely love to. It's either this or I'm sat in my hotel room, so I'd much rather be here.
We're going to keep Dawood Malan with us for that second game here on Super Saturday. Dhaka Topi Day, everyone enjoying the culture. And the good news is JJ Smith is fit to continue, and he's going to watch this one sail over his head. Mark Watt is hunting down the second century in the history of the Nepal Premier League at the halfway stage. It's 129 for one.
Incredible ball striking here by Mark Watt. And what a partnership this has turned out to be. 91 and 37. It's a breeze for the Yaks in the middle. They make little work of this target. And what a turnaround in fortunes as well for the Yaks. Lost the first game. They conceded too many runs towards the back end of this innings, and they've come back with an authoritative batting effort. Yeah, Busisto as well. Strong batting effort. Take a look at the last over, and H.T. Ackerman is still in awe of the power striking over there.
Well, I've got to eat a little bit of humble pie, I think. 4 more. He just continues along his merry way. He's into the 90s now. When he walked to the wicket, Mikel, I thought, I didn't know this was the best decision for the Yaks, because he's not used to going up near the top of the order. But I tell you what, they're going to use him over and over again now, because this has been some innings. Some of the cleanest striking you'll ever see.
He's moved to the 90s. Again a reverse. Again in the gap. A repeat shot. Similar result. Moves to 95. 1 strike away from what is going to be the first century in NPL Season 2. Can he get there? It's raining 6 and 4. Then it's been Watt's day this afternoon.
And this is going to hurt the Lumbini Lions' net run rate badly.
That's very, very rare to see Mark stealing a single.
I'm convinced that Busisto will be in on the story. Powerful down the ground, but he's also got the ability to play those deft touches.
And they just pulverized this bowling attack, HT. Decimated the Lumbini Lions. They've been hit by a storm here.
You can't help thinking that maybe they should have brought Ruben Trumpelman back into the attack a little bit earlier to see if he could try and get a couple of wickets. But they haven't.
What a player to have in the side, Will Basisto. He'll get you the runs, take the great catches, and get you wickets as well. This is another good over, 11 coming off it, 140 for 1. Like an early lunch this Saturday afternoon for everybody out here. That's because the Yaks are just running away with the game. Malla into the attack. I know a bit of Malla. I've been watching him. He certainly has a couple of tricks up his sleeve in terms of releasing that ball, HD. He'll get a single. That'll bring the big man, the big moment on the cards. Anticipation in the crowd. Mark Ward having a good look of the stadium. 10 sixes in this innings of 96. 60 runs have just come in sixes. Oh, that's pressure. Where has that gone, Malla? And that will be a no-ball free hit. What a time to gift Mark Ward the perfect opportunity here.
And this is a no-ball. They're just going to check here to see if the ball pitches beyond the stumps, because if it lands beyond the stumps, then it's still a wide. Now, if it lands on the pitches next to the playing surface, but within the stump to stump, then it will be called a no ball. I think this is going to be called a wide.
Yeah, it's bounced beyond the stumps over there. We've got clear visual evidence from that. Just have a look at this man. A best of 31 before this innings. His score. Mark Watt. Should be Mark Wow. Right on cue there. HD. The wide declared.
No free hit. Just a wide.
Okay then. Yaks need 15. He's slashed it extremely hard. Runs here, but he'll stick to one.
Yeah, Mark Watt felt that it should have been a no ball, and the reason being is his understanding of the law is probably that it didn't land on the playing surface, that it landed wide of the playing surface. Now, that is the case, but it's only the case if it lands between the far stump and the stump at his end. That'll just be a single, but the ball landed beyond the stumps, so that's why a wide is called.
Great explanation there, HD. For the benefit of our viewers, good breakdown as to why the umpires went for the wide and not for the no ball. Hit that in the gap. In the land of the kings and the queens, Mark Watt does his coronation. What an innings. We are seeing the second century ever in NPL history and the first in season 2. And it comes from the bat of Mark Watt. It's been a special outing. And this man now reaches the 3-figure mark to become the first batter to do so in season 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League.
Little risk has reaped great reward. Management said, you know what, we're going to elevate you up the order, you're going to play with a high degree of risk. And Mark Watt has repaid the faith in every possible way. What an innings.
Well, he's shown on the grandest stage of NPL. Stand up and applaud the master, Mark Watt. Silenced everyone with the bat. And there's so much of method in the madness in this innings of his. You got to really commend this effort. What an innings. 149 for 1. There again, out he comes, there she goes. It's been a Mark Watt show this afternoon. 11 sixes, and he's been in red hot form with the bat.
Can't bowl that to a man on 100. He's not going to miss out there. Right, 2 to win.
Stay good, buddy, stay good.
Surely he finishes it with a flurry.
Wow, that's the winning shot, the winning moment, and had to come from the bat of Mark Watt, quite fittingly as well. It's been a one-sided contest. The Yaks have yacked out the Lumbini Lions in emphatic style, registering a 9-wicket win, and this is a very big victory, and they've certainly helped their cause as well. This has been a complete effort.
Won the toss, bowled first, which, yes, all the captains are doing, and the bowlers responded because they kept them down to a decent total. Many thought, certainly including myself, that it would be a tricky run chase, but Mark Watt's elevation up the order had other ideas. 114 not out. A strike rate of 260 is quite something. Basisto played the perfect supporting role. 29 from 20. He understood what was happening, and that's the beauty of the Australian. He understood what was happening, got Watt on strike as often as he could, and Watt said, I'll finish this in 12.2 overs.
I just like that childlike embrace from Sompal Kami. The way he went and hugged Mark Watt, so important this win means to them. They lost that first outing of theirs. And take a bow. This man is a cynosure of all eyes.
He had the bit between the teeth, didn't he? He was never going to finish it in singles. And he'll enjoy this moment for a long time to come.
14 sixes for the Yaks. 11 came from the bat of Mark Watt. If you break down those numbers, they'll be unreal and mind-boggling. That's the kind of innings he's played. Only the second century in NPL history. And the good news is that we've seen a century in the first week of NPL Season 2. Great entertainment. Kamni is very happy. He's got the first